Hey guys, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today is episode 84, which is just freaking insane to me that we've only been doing this for 9 episodes since our world tour, or this is the 9th episode, and we've gotten all this stuff done. It's so freaking cool. I'm glad you guys are loving this project, and we're going to be working on some new stuff today of trying to at least get this area framed out here for what we want the hills and shapes of things to be looking like, and then place down as much dirt as we humanly possibly can. And we'll go from there and kind of see how long that takes us. It's probably going to be the whole episode of just trying to get this area figured out, trying to get some cliffs in there at least and things like that. Then we'll go back in and just fill in the dirt and whatnot in the end. But first, I wanted to talk with you guys about something that's been kind of bugging me for a little while now that I need to really just kind of talk with you guys about for a little while. All right, sorry for the interruption. Doggy was going crazy. So we're going to take some dirt here real quick with us and just try and go and start with some loose lines and things like that while we're talking. But anyways, I just wanted to apologize to you guys for the lack of Decidedly Vanilla recently. I know that was something that a lot of people really were enjoying for a while. And it was something... Oh, hello down here. That's not where we want to be. But yeah, if we can take off. Come on, please. There we go. Come on. But yeah, so Decidedly Vanilla has definitely taken a back seat on the channel recently because I've been kind of getting burnt out by the fact that I've had 2 vanilla survival series going. Yes, we're doing different things in these series, but for the most part, the vanilla survival series is a vanilla survival series. So we're gonna probably go ahead and drop that guy back to once every other week. I love the people over on the Decidedly Vanilla server. They've been awesome to work with, to hang out with, and get to know. I freaking love them. They're so much fun to hang out with. But that being said, it's a lot of extra work and resource gathering and things like that, and I can definitely see why guys like who are on the Hermitcraft series and whatnot, like when a lot of them have like a single player series that they do also of their like Forever World or whatever it may be or whatever they call it, but like I can see why a lot of them definitely like take that like here's every other week we're gonna work on this guy for a little while and they trade off. But for me, this series that we got right here is probably my favorite series that we have, just purely because it's been kind of what started the channel and thrust it forward and really got me very, very excited about Minecraft again. So I really want to go ahead and kind of keep up with this guy as the primary survival point on the channel here. And I really love doing the 2 episodes a week on this one because I just can't stop playing on this world, to be honest. That's pretty much the whole reason for it. But that being said, Decidedly Vanilla isn't going to go anywhere. It's probably just going to take a little bit of a backseat until I can figure out what type of schedule I want to do more or less moving forwards here, just because I feel bad that I've just kind of been doing, like, I think last week we had 1 episode come out, and the week before that we didn't even have an episode, and I know a few of you guys were kind of asking, like, what's up, where is it, what's going on with it, so this is kind of to address that. Beyond that, though, time commitment for me is been crazy. These videos that we're doing here, creating these things, have been insanely long. They're taking so long to do. I think each terrain video is probably taking me about 6 to 8 hours at least to do. And it's because it's all placing dirt and things like that. Like you can see right here, this is just a lot of slow work. I'm coming up with the shape of the terrain completely by myself and trying to be very creative when coming up with this so it looks cool and not just like a bland slope going all the way up. So those videos take freaking forever to do. I love doing them. They just take a long time. So that kind of leads me into my next point that I want to talk with you guys about is streams. So streaming for a while, we were doing a Thursday and a Friday stream. Starting early January, I was like, you know what? We're going to start streaming more. That's going to be my goal for 2018 is to stream more and kind of just help grow the community. Streaming for me turned into something that was kind of stressful to do. And some days it was a great turnout. We'd get upwards of 40 people watching the streams. I had a lot of fun doing those. Then other days, randomly, I'd sit there with myself, and I'm really thankful for everybody who shows up to every single one, but we'd have times where there'd only be like 8 to 9 people in there. And for me, that wasn't really worth it because I was just getting stressed out trying to find things to do. And like the streams were really fun. I love those stream projects, and I love hanging out with you guys. But when there's not that huge of interest in there, it's kind of hard for me to keep going. So I think I'm going to be moving that back to 1 stream a week for now with my current schedule, and that might actually end up being 1 stream every other week depending on how it is. We might alternate that with the Decidedly Vanilla, just kind of see where that all leads to. But yeah, that's kind of like general idea of where things are at right now. So I'm really hoping this isn't like super negative for all those of you who have been loving this, where we're all going, where the whole channel's going. But yeah, positives coming out of this, though. I hate doing these discussions or these talks and just be like, negative, 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 negative. So, positives out of this. Recently on Wednesdays, I've been going back into doing more tutorial-based things and just kind of having fun with the tutorials and just having just a lot of fun, like coming up with a new style, or way of doing something, and just having fun with it, like I just said. And so I want to continue doing that kind of stuff on Wednesdays. I hope you guys are enjoying that. I know it doesn't get the massive turnout that I get in the other videos, but it's something that I've been really enjoying doing. And I think I'm going to be continuing with it, just kind of because they're quicker to record. I just kind of come up with a design and make a quick tutorial of it. If you guys like the format of those, like the time-lapse ones, let me know if you want that, or you want to change it up, or maybe we alternate it and just experiment for a little bit with it and just kind of see what actually people enjoy doing. And then beyond that, though, I've also been really enjoying getting kind of back into the creative time-lapse mode of working with our K-list, especially recently on that Conquest Reforged terrain. We're going to be doing that. Our schedules just kind of haven't been able to line up recently to get some recordings done. That's stuff that we want to be doing here very soon, and keep going forward with that. It's very fun. I love doing that kind of creative building again, because I haven't done it for so long. That's been really fun. I think I'm going to drop that guy back down to kind of this height. So I definitely want to go ahead and keep forward going with some like creative time lapses and things like that. Maybe we'll do a few like custom terrain plots for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys play creative, and like you found the channel, but you're primarily a creative Minecraft player because you just like building shit instead of fighting with mobs and whatnot. So maybe we go ahead and start up doing a few series of like creating custom terrain and things like that in Minecraft, and do just a few things in there, because those for me are actually pretty easy to record because I know what I'm doing with a lot of that stuff. Survival here, I'm learning as I go, because I've never done survival before starting the series. Granted, we're almost 9 months into the series, so you know, you can't really use that excuse for much longer. I think that'll be a cool slope right there. And maybe do like a little cliff face back in that area or something. That'd be pretty cool. Then we have it come up over there with another thing. All right, anyways, blabbing on too much. But yeah, so that's what I want to, that's what I want to move into more on Mondays and Wednesdays. So Tuesday, Thursday, we're still going to have our building with Whip for sure. That's my goal. Monday and Wednesdays, we're probably going to do a few more like creative based things and go from there. Let me know what you guys think about this though. It's a big kind of committing to a change. Like I've been kind of going forward with it slowly here for the past few weeks, but I want to know if you guys are more if you guys are down with this before I full on commit into this style. Just one, add a little bit of variety into the channel so I don't get burned out doing survival. Granted, I love the stuff, but still it can get a little old after a while of placing in, I don't know, 7,000 dirt blocks in an episode, for example. But yeah, that's been me blabbing on for 8 minutes now about all this stuff roughly. And that's kind of where I want to end this. Let me go ahead and get the shape of this guy finished out here. I'm thinking we're going to move into doing we got this awesome plan, I guess you could call it right here. Now I'm thinking what we're gonna do to tackle this first is probably get this cliff face built up over here. So I had a request in the last episode to bring you guys in, or not the last episode, a few episodes ago, to start bringing you guys in for some more of the building process together. So that's what we're gonna try and do here. We're gonna work on this a little bit here and probably build up this base section right here together, and hopefully it doesn't look awful. That's the goal right here. So we're gonna see how this guy goes. I kind of want to go ahead and bring these back here, just add that little bit of extra depth to it. And there's no way to get up here. And bam, bam, and bam, like that. Then we can go ahead and do that. Bring a little bit of variation, all that good stuff in there. Then over here, we can probably bring this out to being a little bit more of a point. Maybe we go ahead and actually bring you down. And then bring that up right there. And the puppy's whining. Be right back. All right, so we're back. This is what we have so far. And what I don't like is that little sticking out bit right there where it's kind of too square for me. I like for these to flow really, really well. So what we're going to do right here is go ahead and bring in a little bit of coarse dirt as well, trying to smooth this out and kind of right on the river edge. we still want to go ahead and have a little bit of dirt kind of creeping up into here. So we're going to do that. We can probably go ahead and bring some gravel in as well, because the rock would be kind of crumbling away. Of course, there'd be some gravel hanging around up here, and we do not want to place gravel right there, but we can go ahead and do that. Maybe like right there and right there. And the puppy is whining again because he's being a little turd. And take 3. Let's try and make this one work this time. So we could go ahead and kind of bring this stuff back in here. We're just trying to create these mini versions of the cliffs that we have going on right here. You can see if we take a step back here and kind of look at it, it's got that nice little bit of an overhang on the top. Here, because they're so small, we kind of want to build it up and then instantly bring it back. Like, that's kind of my thought process here, at least, is kind of building these cliffs back up. Because right here, these guys aren't really going to be overhanging that much in this general area. Because more or less, we want to have this fairly even going across this whole thing right here. Maybe we go ahead and bring it up here just slightly in this spot. And then maybe like do kind of like that action. A little bit right there. And then something like that. And maybe we turn this bit right here into some more dirt going on to help smooth it out a little bit. And maybe right in here we go ahead and throw like another gravel. And we don't have gravel on us. So let's go and pick a gravel up right there. Yeah, something like that'll work actually really, really well. Sorry, we're in the water so much here and this is causing us some problems. That's not bad though. That's not bad at all. I think you guys are getting the general idea of kind of what I'm going with here. I'm still trying to get used to building on camera more. I know we've been doing the channel for so long now, but it's never really been something that I've been super comfortable with. So bear with me here as I will try and get more used to it and more kind of do it more often, I guess. But you guys will just kind of have to bear with me here as we kind of get back into it, or get into it, I guess. So that's kind of what I want to do here. Let me go ahead and get these cliffs kind of finished up and get like a dirt line, probably headed back to there. And what we're going to do is basically smooth this out back down to that area. And we're spinning around like crazy. And then we're going to come over here and smooth it out going down to that area as well. And we can have some more of the cliffy guys in here, like more of that overhangy bit. So that'll be pretty cool. And maybe we go ahead and do something like that right there, and then bam, and like, yeah. So we can get rid of this guy right there, and then it's gonna basically be fill in the blanks right here because we don't have a whole lot of space to be working with. So let me go ahead, like I said, and get this stuff in place, and I'll be back with you guys in a little while. So it's been quite a while since I was last here with you guys because I'm actually feeling a little sick, and it's been a few days where I was just kind of not really able to record or anything like that. I just really didn't want to do anything. Kind of got like one of those achy flus going around or something like that. But then, anyway, that's enough talking about that for now. I went ahead and placed in quite a bit of dirt going up here and actually kind of sloped this guy all the way up here and kind of started using this rock face to give you guys a little bit of an example of what's going to be going on there. Anyways, what I want to work with you guys on right now actually is over at the lake, because we got to figure out what we're doing with the water line right here and kind of where it's going to be going. So I want the water line to basically be at the level where this is. So right here, we'd be standing in water. Water's going to go up to this block. And then, yeah, so this will be kind of the edge of the lake here. And we got these kind of slopes working out just briefly. I think I want to work on smooth them out a little bit more. But for now, we can go ahead and just place all these things over here. And then we got this one. And I think that's all of them. So what I want to do for the base of this guy, I forgot some stone, is I want to use soul sand to kind of make it look really moist. Then we'll have some coarse dirt mixed in. Then we'll have regular dirt at the lower area. And then we will have some stone, kind of river stone, cobblestone-y stuff at the bottom. Let me go ahead and get the cobblestone and stone real quick. Okay, so we got everything now. And just give you guys a general idea of what these stone lines mean. So we're going to have our main river waterfall thing coming through there. And it's going to be flowing through this area. And the main exit source is going to be over there. So that's kind of where that main river is that we haven't built up yet. But in this area right here, this is kind of a little offshoot river that's going to be a lot smaller, and this area right here is going to be up a lot higher. That's just kind of like it formed slowly over time as the lake area here filled in, and then it just kind of forced its way out this direction as well. So my general plan here is kind of through the center area is we're going to mix in a lot of dirt, gravel, cobblestone-y stuff kind of along the center lines right here, just so we can really start to actually like create this like river rocks are kind of being washed up here at the base, something like this. I don't really know. And then my plan was to mix in some like soul sand to make it look muddy and kind of wet and things like that. I don't really know how far we're going to be going with this and seeing where that's all going to go. But something like this, just kind of really making it super muddy going through here. Or in the center is not going to be a whole lot of mud because the river would be kind of washing it out. So just the stones are being revealed is kind of my thoughts behind it. We'll come back in after the aquatic update and like add a bunch of kelp and seagrass and things like that to mix this up and add a bunch of fish in here. But you can see kind of like this type of plan here. We can go ahead and probably mix in some half slabs and kind of some little things here and there to mix it up even more. But like you can see this really messy path here that we kind of got going on. Maybe some more patches of soul sand instead of just the one blocks here and there. I think that might be able to look kind of nice. Something like that for our center area right there, I think could be pretty solid. And then sloping up the sides here, as we can see this, I want this upper area kind of as we get farther up into this area. This is going to be more just coarse dirt and gravel up in this area. And then kind of as we work our way down, it's going to be more of like the muddy soul sands, gravel, a little bit of cobblestone being revealed and things like that. It's going to be a lot of effort getting all this stuff in here and kind of making it look natural and all that stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I just want to give you guys a kind of a heads up of what the style is going to be going for that. Let me go ahead and get this little sliver kind of cut out here, and so we have like a decent idea of what it's going to look like, and I'll be back with you guys. So you guys saw like the general idea I was going with there in the beginning, and I think I've kind of realized it a little bit better. Okay, so to start up though, all these slabs in here, these are prepping for 1.13. This is all going to be filled with water, remember, because it's a lake. Duh, there's going to be water in here. But yeah, so the slabs are in here prepping for 1.13 because those are going to work with water then. So that's why they're in here. I want to get that kind of extra slopiness and detail bits in there. But yeah, so I decided to go ahead and actually bring this river in here a little bit, cut into it a little bit more. I might rework this whole upper area here just a little bit. But I'm really happy actually with the general shape of this so far. You can kind of see all the big muddy patches. It's a lot of variety. It's very noisy. But I'm thinking once we get a lot of that just stuff down here, like all the water and the seagrass and things like that coming up in it, I think it'll look a lot better. And the water's going to kind of bring all the colors together and just kind of add a blue overtone to them just because we'll be looking into it. So it won't look as noisy is my plan. But yeah, so that's kind of it right there. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, from up here it looks a lot better than from down on the ground. It actually looks super noisy. But yeah, so what we're going to do now is to finish this episode off, we're going to do one more time lapse. I'm going to see how far I can go from here all the way over. My goal is probably to get to like right there with all the terraforming, just so we can get a decent shape to what this hill is going to look like. It's going to be a lot of dirt placing. I actually don't know if I have enough, but that's about all my supplies right now. I think I got one more shulker box beyond those guys. So we'll see actually how far it goes. So I'll see you guys on the other side of this here time lapse.
Why do I feel like I linger between the words to say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all, lose it all, lose it all. Feel it in your heart, feel it in your legs, feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go, just let your body go, just let your body go and move to the rhythm. Now we won't go back home today, until the very last hour. We still got a few more days to slay, it's gonna get so much louder. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all.
Well guys, it's pretty official. We have placed a crap ton of dirt. We're now over 101,000 dirt, which is just insane. We're almost over the sand place which we used to clear out the ocean monument, which is freaking crazy. But we got a lot of stuff done. I want to go ahead and jump back over here and see if we can't land on our spruce tree for maybe like the first successful time. Hey, look at that. This looks a lot different. Imagine when we get like all that terrain working up into it. We get a bunch of these trees and things all over the place. Oh man, this is gonna look good. I can almost envision throwing like a little farmhouse right there with like a little field surrounded by a stone wall or something, hidden in a bunch of spruce trees. I feel like that could be something really cool to kind of like take a break from all the terrain work and maybe work on a little farmstead right there. But yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff going on. Before we finish this episode off, I got to go ahead and pick out a comment and question of the day, get that guy written up in the book, and I will be back with you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, and welcome back. So it's time to finish this episode off. I got our book here ready to go. It's been quite a while since the last one, I'll be honest. I got a little busy and distracted with things. Anyways, here we go. This one is, how did you come up with that storage room design? Talking about last Tuesday's video. Or any other building. Where do you get your inspiration from? Vlieger? I believe that's how you say it. I don't know. Anyways, we're just going to walk around here for a sec and talk about that. So a big place I get a lot of my inspiration from is Pinterest. Pinterest is an awesome place. You guys have probably heard me talk about it many, many times before. For Minecraft builds, you can go search up different Minecraft designs around there everywhere. Or what I personally like doing is finding IRL structures and trying to turn that into Minecraft. So I'll find, say, like a house that I really like and say like a European-y, Tudory something design like that. And I'll see like, what can I do to replicate that in Minecraft and make it look really freaking awesome? And that's kind of always my goal with those builds is I take a lot of real life structures or pictures I find online or fantasy art pictures of, or like just like art that people do of houses and things like that. And that's what I turn into Minecraft stuff for the most part is I don't really I do a whole lot of converting those things into Minecraft builds. I don't do a whole lot of like looking at other people's Minecraft structures and then being like, oh, that's cool. Unless I'm like, all right, I need to add some color into like this desert style. Where can I go find some colorful desert builds? Like that wouldn't be something you'd find normally, but that could be something you might be able to find other people have done. So then it's like, take a few ideas from it and then go back to doing my own thing. Anyways, I've been doing some work over here on all this stuff. A lot of more dirt placed in. A lot of more dirt placed in. Going all the way up to here and then all of that stuff. But yeah, this is where we're going to end the episode off for today, guys. I do hope you guys have enjoyed. Please hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.